How's all my crypto people doing? Welcome to the channel. My name is John, @RealJohnDoe on Twitter and everywhere else. And here on Currency.com's channel, we like to spread some knowledge, some news, and some analysis, and also show you guys how to use the Currency.com platform. And in this video, I'm going to quickly give you guys the 5 tips on scalping crypto. If you don't know what scalping is, that is trading the small time frames such as the 1 minute, 5-minute chart for short-term profit such as day trading or something similar. And I'm going to get started right away on this video, but we're going to take a quick minute right now to do all that good stuff, such as subscribing to the channel if you're not subscribed already, because we do post a lot of tips and analysis on the cryptocurrencies. But no more time wasted. Let's get this going with my 5 tips for scalping crypto. And also right now, if you could take a quick second to hit that thumbs up button on this video, I would appreciate it. Okay, so let's start with tip number 1, and that is risk management. Let's jump in. So everyone talks about risk management. It can mean a lot of things. And some key things here are position sizing and also your overall account balance. 2 of these are critical because they do limit the amount that you will lose if you are not a profitable trader and if you don't have a profitable trading strategy. For example, for position sizing, if you keep your scalp positions below 1% or 2 or 3% of your overall account balance, then each time you're wrong on a scalp trade, that's the most you'll lose when your stop loss hits. Almost pretty much the same thing as when you're swing trading, but except with scalping, you got to be a little bit more careful because you could be taking on 10, 20 trades per day. And then on the other side is overall account balance. That means, for example, you shouldn't use all of your funds. You should start with a small amount and try to grow that over a period of time. In the case you do blow up your account, you'll still have capital to come in and try it again. But if you are scalping with all of your equity and you blow up your account, then it's game over. And with scalping, things can happen pretty quick. Since you are looking at small time frame charts like the 5-minute, the 1 minute, 15-minute, you'll more than likely take on over 100 trades in 1 month. All right, so now you know a little bit more about risk management. I recommend you keep reading on it, keep learning about it. And you can also follow our videos because I do also follow my risk management rules on the trades that we do post. Here is tip number 2, and that is choose your asset that you're going to trade and the time frame, the chart that you will be trading with it. So number 2 is picking a crypto that you want to scalp. It's best to choose one that has high liquidity. Your options for those are usually the top cryptos such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. That way you know the spreads for buying and selling is not too wide and there won't be too much slippage when you enter into a position. And then once you also have that asset picked out, you need to find a good time frame. And the best options to go with for scalping, most scalpers will be looking at the 5-minute, the 1 minute, or the 15-minute charts. And each chart will show you something completely different. So it's always important to stay consistent and stay to the time frame that you are trading. Okay, now moving on to tip number 3, something that is critical to learning how to trade a candlestick chart, and that is technical analysis. So technical analysis is probably next to risk management in terms of scalping because you cannot really trade based on fundamental analysis because you're trading such a small time frame that you kind of have to follow what indicators and price action is telling you and stay consistent with that. So this is Bitcoin's 1-minute chart here. Bitcoin is in a bullish trend right now. Price is making new highs, but if you look here on the 1-minute chart, it does look more like a downtrend. So this is where technical analysis is very important in terms of scalping is you have to stick to what you are looking at in that time frame because you will get scared or be hesitant to get into positions based on what you know is actually happening. But let's say you're looking at this 1-minute chart, you know Bitcoin's in a bull market, you know things are strong right now, but you see a break of the 200 moving average on the 1-minute chart. Then that means there is a short-term correction coming. And if you look also at the RSI and the Williams percent range, they are trading up high towards overbought, but not completely overbought. And look at that, when Bitcoin broke below the 21 and the 50 period moving average on the 1-minute chart, it went on that slight correction. Okay, so now we're getting on to something here. You learn what you want to trade. You learn a little bit of how you're going to trade it. So now it's time to think about when do you make money? When do you lose money? And that's tip number 4, which is stop losses and take profit. So stop loss and take profit is a nice tip and something to always keep in mind when you're scalping. You're going to have to use both, because when you're scalping, you can't just ride out a position all the way until the trend reverses, because realistically scalping, this is such a small time frames that the trends do go by fairly quickly, and sometimes by the time it flips over, the price could have already reversed right back to your entry point. What's best to use for scalping is probably a trailing stop loss and a static take profit. That way you know what your profit point is each time, rather than trying to ride out a swing, because it will be harder, much harder to do that when you're scalping on the lower time frames. But now you know where you draw the line, where your greed is and where your fear is. Take profit and stop losses are probably, in my opinion, the easiest thing to kind of stay consistent with. But one thing that does make it hard is this tip number 5, and that is managing your emotions. Every trader or investor goes through this struggle at least one point. We're all humans, we all have emotions, but once you learn how to manage those mixed with your trading, then you start to learn how to manage your money. So last but not least is something that does not really involve technical side. Scalping does involve a lot of emotions, especially if you're new, because you're paying so much attention to all of this noise in the price action that you don't really need to watch. Especially if you're a new trader, I would not recommend it. Only for someone who is experienced or professional, or if you're just experimenting with it, or if you're looking to get into automated trading and things like that. But for an average person new to trading, scalping will be very emotional for you. In one section, you can see price coming right down and you're getting on a massive losing streak. And then right after that, you're convinced that things are going to keep going down. You flip short and then it starts going right back up. And all of this can happen all within 1 hour. So things are going pretty crazy up and down, and then your emotions are starting to get all out of whack. So if you do have those types of feelings while you're scalping, then you should have a review of your trading strategy. Think about what emotions you're getting and why, and then think about how you can manage that. Because if you can't manage your emotions when you're trading, then you can't manage money when you're trading as well. And I figured this chart here will help you guys in terms of managing your emotions. You got to think about something here. Majority of traders will not have a higher than 60% win rate. Most new traders, let's say your average win rate is around 40%, especially for scalping. That sounds a little bit more realistic. So if you're scalping with a 40% win rate, for you to be profitable, you need a higher than 2-to-1 risk reward ratio per trade. And that will be hard for most traders because they do not understand all of the aspects of trading if they're coming in scalping, in terms of risk management, stop losses, take profit, emotions, and all those things. And there's one more thing here I want to show you guys that does involve emotions when it comes to trading, is losing streaks, win rates, and winning streaks. If you have a look here at this chart, let's stick to that 40% win rate. So if you look at that 40% win rate, this is the chance you have of a losing streak. So you have a 100% chance of a 5-trade losing streak. So think about it. If you're not managing your risk correctly, if you're risking anything more than 5% or 10% of your account, eventually you will blow your account. If you are risking, let's say 1% per trade, 5-trade losing streak, you'll only lose 5% of your account, which is way easier to recover. Losing streaks are one of the things that do cause emotions to go crazy, especially by the 3rd trade. That's when things start getting a little intense. If you're not managing the risk properly, you're going to start trying to revenge trade and try to make back money. But this 4th trade here, that's when you might do an even larger position to try to make back the losses from trade 1, 2, and 3. And then this is the point, this halfway mark is where traders start to blow up their accounts. So those are my 5 tips in terms of scalping crypto. Pretty simple. Some of you may already know. The 5 things we covered: 1 was risk management. 2 was picking the crypto that you're going to trade and the time frame. 3, we talked about technical analysis. 4, we talked about take profits and stop losses. And then number 5, we talked about managing your emotions. I didn't go too much into detail with them, but if you are looking to continue scalping crypto, those 5 topics are the main things you should keep your focus on and continue to learn. If you did enjoy this video, feel free to hit that like button. We will also continue to do more videos like this on the channel. I hope you enjoyed and this video did help you out with your trading. See you guys next time in our next tips and tricks for trading and also our analysis right on our channel with Currency.com. For more trading videos just like this, please subscribe to our channel.